Wish I could have actually gotten the prototype sooner, so you guys could have like had more time to think about buying the keyboard, because it's actually super duper good. Do you usually get to keep prototypes? Depends. It really depends. Sometimes I do get to keep the prototypes. Sometimes I don't. Like for example, if the prototypes are provided directly to me, I would probably keep it. If the prototype is not given directly to me, like for example, if it was given through like the QK boards, QK60 Pro. What is it? What's happening with the focus? Like for example, like the QK60, Mecànic provided it. So they get a unit and they transfer it through two other streamers, and yeah. But for me, I don't keep those ones. But like for example, this one, Babylon, I contacted directly with Trailblazer keyboard, so I do get to keep the prototype. Or like for example, what else did I get? Hex 3 CV2, I do get to keep the prototype as well. So. Yeah, there are some that I keep, some I don't. So it depends. Hope Hex makes a 65% version 1. I hope they do too. Has Hex actually made a 65%? I don't think Hex has made a 65, right? They should actually. Usually prototypes are really good comparisons to the final product. Yeah. Most of it is the same thing. Usually they send out prototypes to be almost one-to-one. Almost one-to-one to the real thing. Because of course they'd like to showcase something that's, to streamers particularly, that's something that's closer to what's gonna be the real deal, right? So they can't go out and give a prototype that's completely different to the OG keyboard that's gonna be. So yeah, they have to make sure that it's. So basically, you get late stage prototypes. Yeah, essentially the final prototype unit. Essentially. I think the stabs are okay actually. So yeah, it depends on the company. Like for example, Gray Studios, I do have a good working relationship with them, so I do get to keep their keyboards as well, but some don't. So yeah, it depends. I'm thankful to you guys because now we are not going blind going into GBs anymore. Exactly. That's what I like, because we give you guys content so you don't go blind into the hobby, into like group wise, because it's not fun going blind into group wise and then expecting the keyboard in our heads. It's better to like actually visually see how the keyboard is and stuff. Pretty nice. Have you ever tried Kalam boards? I've not tried Kalam boards. I personally haven't tried a Kalam keyboard yet. Or have not built one. Are Akko switches good? Generally, yeah, they're pretty good. I don't mind Akko switches actually. They're most of Akko switches are actually pretty good. So they're generally like pretty nice sounding. Like for example, the Akko CS Matcha is pretty good. But they also have like the mid ones, like Akko's Jelly Pink was kind of mid. Akko Palm Browns are great brown switches. What else is there? These are pretty good. These are pretty decent. So, and they're affordable. That's what I like. Affordable is great. Having affordable things in the hobby is a blessing, honestly. In such an expensive hobby that we are in, having like keyboards, switches, and stuff that is relatively affordable is amazing. In case for Alab's GB, they usually already ran the Chinese GB earlier than international GB, so if Chinese GB works out well, it's a good indicator. Yeah, a lot of companies actually do that. KBD fans, I think, do that as well. Matrix does that a lot. Gray Studios does that as well. If I remember correctly. This keyboard does not have foams, by the way. It does not come with a plate foam or stuff, so that's pretty cool. Going in without foams. Got green jacket switches today. They are so smooth stock, no need to lube. I am very interested in the green jackets as well. Very, very interested in those switches. These are 5-pin switches, but the holes on the PCB are like so wide. They're so wide that they actually don't... It still feels like a 3-pin. The holes are so wide. They're freaking loud and full as well. Yeah, they are loud switches. I do want to get the red jackets, actually. The red jackets are in stock, so if I could actually review that or build a keyboard with that, so. Tactile green jackets are one of my favorite tactiles, used completely stock. Yeah, there is the linears and... linears and tactile green jackets, so... it's pretty interesting, certainly. It's pretty interesting. I think the only ones that are in stock right now in Indonesia is the green jackets that are tactiles. I'm not too big on tactiles most of the time. I like linear switches. Need to try my green jackets. I have the V1 red jackets in my Space 65. How do you like them? No info on red jacket V2. Is the one on Keebsmark V2 or V1? I'm not sure. Dude, this does not feel like a 5-pin switch. Echo legs are quite small, by the way, so... Yeah. They are quite small. I really like the red jackets. Red jackets and green jackets are inspired by Squid Game, right? If I remember correctly, they are inspired by Squid Game. Step caps lock or normal caps lock, guys? Go. Decide for me, please. Are we gonna go stepped or non-stepped? Step bro or non-step? Universitas Indonesia. Emang hijau ya, bukannya kuning, Kres? The packaging was a nice touch instead of the usual plastic Ziploc. Does it come in the boxes, right? Echo actually comes with the... Echo comes with these boxes, you know. So if you buy like 45 switches, you get these. You get these boxes and it's pretty nice, honestly. You get the trays where the switches sit. It's pretty good packaging for such a cheap switch. It's nice. It's nice. It's nice to keep your switches inside these things. It's less messy. Only time non-stepped is even thinkable is HHKB. Fair enough. I did not get boxed, but I got a cool bag with cool graphics of the show. Oh, really? Fine, we'll go step caps lock. I got a box with my green jackets. Yo, Pika T, how is it, dude? By the way, I joined your stream last time and I saw your 60% keyboard that you forgot what the name was, but yeah, the one you contacted me about. It's actually really cool. and so trippy to look at, but it's so cool.